Alrighty, it's time for garden update 2023. I do all these videos every year for my sake, but some of y'all care enough you want to see what I'm doing. So this is the latest I have ever planted my garden this year. I had these beds over here overgrown, and the ones that look like they've got the double boxes there versus these older ones, I kind of let them go, and all this Bermuda grass got in it, so I had to completely redo them. I'm going to come back and spray Roundup all around these beds, put down some sheet mulch, probably that cardboard or either something else, and put some mulch down to try to keep that back. But these two here are the beds that I always work the most, and so it doesn't have as much in it. But I was late getting compost and all of that, so I have a little experiment going. I planted these, I think, the 1st of May, these 16 rows here of green beans, and they're probably not going to work, probably going to be too hot. But we've got some cucumbers along the back starting, got some peppers over here, kind of the same thing. We've got some peppers and some cucumbers. But I want to show you a little hack that I came up with, and this is one of those things that's not it's not rocket science, but I probably wouldn't have thought of it. I happen to have this laying around because one of my kids was playing with it. This is from the dollar store. You want to say hey?
Who you talking to?
Whoever. I don't really know who I'm talking to. Myself, maybe. Anyways, they have this out here, and I've discovered you can use it for a lot of things. So, for example, let me get out of the shadow here. We got some weeds growing up here, and some of these things you don't want to go too deep, and so you can just chop it. You can kind of just work the soil a little bit on top, and it works kind of like one of those push-pull plows, and it works pretty good. Also, I'm having a problem with cats going to the bathroom in here, so that's what I started with, and I've got to get one of those ultrasonic pest repellents or put down some of this wire like that right there where these plants are coming up, and hope that the cats will stop going to the bathroom here. Or I can find a new home for the cats. That's also an option, but we like the cats keeping the rodents down, but they like to go in my box. And so I've been having a lot of little things, like I might have a little bit of Bermuda grass pop up. Here's a little bit right here, and since I can't necessarily dig down because of the roots of the plants, I'm just kind of jabbing it, cutting it off a little bit, and I'm hoping that eventually it's gonna make it where all of the Bermuda grass weakens, and if I get all of this outside of the beds here, it will all die back. You see, we had a frog who's had quite a terrible accident. Somebody has gone through his eyeball, so he's not as happy as he once was. Got our moose over here. We get these guys out here to try to watch the garden for us, and this is probably my favorite one here. He just chills all day long. But anyways, that's the garden for 2023. We'll be adding some things in, and we'll update you on that as we add it. But I just wanted to again do this for me, if for nothing else, so I can know what I planted and how late it was and how things turned out. Oh, over here in this bed we've got some squash where all of these 4 corners meet here, and I think I'm going to try to grow some okra up in between it, see how that goes. But we'll update you soon.